Hi, welcome. My name's Sue and this is Sue Maree P. I love baking with spelt flour and I've had a request from one of my viewers to do spelt pikelets. So today I'm going to show you how to make pikelets. The difference between pikelets and pancakes is the size. Pikelets are like a mini pancake and you add a little bit less milk and a little bit more baking powder. So they're nice and fluffy and they're perfect cold as well. So let's get started. The noise you can hear is the little benchtop stove, which I'm heating up my fry pan. So it's a good thing to get your fry pan heated up because this doesn't take long to mix up. So first step, we're going to, actually I was going to do it on the scales, but you know what? I'm going to just make it really simple. So I'm just going to do 1 cup of white spelt. If you want to do whole grain spelt, feel free. If spelt's not your thing and you want to do it just regular flour, pop regular flour in. So 1 cup of spelt, and I'm going to put 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. So let's mix those two together. That just ensures that the baking powder and baking soda is all mixed together with the flour. 1 egg. I'm going to make about 12 small little pikelets. If you're making this for a family, you might want to increase my recipe. And I'm going to use oat milk today, but feel free to use regular milk. I'm going to start with 3/4 cup. So this is just a 1/4 cup I'm using here. So 3 of them. And then we'll add a dash more if we need it. Pikelets always remind me of my dad because my dad did a lot of cooking and one of his specialties was pikelets. And there was 4 of us at home at the time and we're always grabbing them as soon as he made them. And his like little thing that he used to always say, I can't make them quick enough. So we're actually complimenting him because they always tasted great. He always added vinegar, but I'm not going to do it with vinegar today. But feel free, if you want to add like a little teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of vinegar to help them go puffy, you can. But I'm just going to do it like this. That batter looks perfect. Our pan should be hot enough, but I'll do a test one. So I've just greased the base lightly with a little bit of oil because my pan's a little bit old. But if you're using a non-stick pan, it probably doesn't need oil. So just 1 tablespoon of the batter. We wait till bubbles appear and then we flip it over. But what I'm going to do, so you can see how I cook them, I'm going to zoom you in closer. As you can see here, this is taking a little bit of time, so my pan wasn't quite hot enough. It's always good to have a plate on standby to pop them on. Whoops, that's not what you meant to do. That's called a dud. That will be the chef's one because I was too impatient. I'm just going to bump my heat up a little bit. Don't flip it too early because that's what will happen. How embarrassing. Let's just move him to one side. The shameful first one. So you see how it's all bubbling? Once we've got a few more bubbles, then we'll flip it. I swapped over to the metal spatula because it was easier to scrape it under. Much better, Sue. The second side won't need as long, but you just got to make sure that they're cooked on the inside. What I sometimes do is I stack them to one side so they can still get a little bit of heat and cooking without burning too much. I love watching it grow. That just kind of went psh in front of my eyes. Such a fun process. So all our cooking's done and I'm just taking the last one out of the fry pan. That's my how to make spelt pikelets. I've done it with oat milk, but feel free to use regular milk. I'm going to come a little bit forward and do a taste test for you. So here's my stack of pikelets and to be very British, I'm going to pop some butter and marmalade on one of them. I'm going to use the one that went all wonky at the beginning. Okay, I've got my pikelet with a bit of butter and marmalade. I don't know if you can see that. It's very fluffy. These taste great. Pikelets are such a fun thing to make for afternoon tea, morning tea. If you want to take afternoon tea to someone's house and you've run out of ideas on what to take, make a batch of pikelets and take over some jam or just take them plain or pop jam and cream on top. If you've enjoyed my how to make pikelet recipe today, hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to share it with a friend and stick around because I'll pop a few other pancake and crepe ideas up above. And if you're new here today, consider subscribing. All you need is to have a Google account, hit the bell, and then you get notified when I've got a new video. I'm doing roughly 2 videos a week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye. Yummy Mum.